If you've been watching the channel, you know that we cover some crazy stuff from Florida. Today's video is no different. But absurdity is the spice of life, and Shadow Six Racing has a doozy for all of us. The company is, by their words, only part of a family of privately held companies. It is comprised of people who are all about motorsports, power sports, and making some mean machines. Its primary goal is to change the water sports scene with lighter, faster, more robust vehicles made with their best materials, teams, and technologies. Vehicles like the custom-built AUV that goes by Shadow Six Typhoon that we'll be covering today. The Shadow Six Typhoon is a splashing beast that will catch your eye and your heart. You'll immediately notice its double jet ski marriage with a UTV body on top, which is made from aerospace-grade titanium and carbon fiber. Let's talk about that chassis. It is a custom design by Shadow Six Racing for this 2,600-pound water skimmer that can seat 1 to 3 people. The jet skis are also built by the company from carbon composite. Each one houses 1.8 supercharged Yamaha engines that can put out 250 horsepower each. The company also offers Riva Racing performance kits ranging from levels 1 to 3. The company hasn't given specifics on those performance kits. Still, they have stated that a pair of those level 3 kits will take the max speed of this aquatic utility vehicle from 68 miles per hour to well over 80. If you like to play seriously, Shadow Six Racing builds machines for people like you. It can hold up to 37 gallons of that brown gold we call gasoline and is Bluetooth capable. If you're interested in snagging yourself a Typhoon, you're looking at a whopping $250,000 price tag. Of course, you could always go the much cheaper route and get a single jet ski, but it wouldn't be the same. First up is what the designer of this craft calls a first in the history of pleasure boating, a solar electric boat with unlimited autonomy. The Sunwave line gives the owner an inexhaustible and non-polluting way to travel because of the craft's solar and silent electrical efficiency. A smartphone adds more functions such as an underwater camera, lighting, and sending music to built-in speakers.
This model is the smallest of the Looker line of boats, which are marketed for the commercial sightseeing industry. The aptly named boats have a glass bottom which allows passengers to see into the water below. The unique design has a passenger area in the front with an oval-shaped top glass containing round hatches that can be opened to allow natural airflow. The pilot area and steering column are located midship on the starboard side with extra passenger seating in the aft area. There's also an onboard toilet, washstand, and ice box if needed. The 320 is 31 feet in length, 11.5 feet in width with a dry weight of 5,400 pounds. Depending on the intended usage, it can be outfitted with twin 200 horsepower engines or a single engine up to 300 horsepower with a capacity for up to 22 passengers. Pricing on this one will run you about $120,000.
Most everyone knows of Jet Capsule. However, as history keeps repeating itself, upgrades have taken place. Behold, the Super Jet Capsule. Launching a bigger, faster, more luxurious motorboat with twin 250 horsepower gas engines, this capsule can reach a top speed of 80 miles an hour. Most boat trailers can even tow these capsules. It's made from 70% carbon using vacuum infusion molding and has photochromatic windows. Buyers can customize the interior with many options. Company founders Luca Sola and designer Pierpaolo Lazzarini are working on the delivery of the first Super Jet units this year. Luxury yacht builder Enata has announced its latest creation, the 2020 Foiler, the flying yacht. It has swapped out the hybrid propulsion system of the 2019 model and added significantly more power in the form of two 370 horsepower turbocharged V8 diesel engines for a total of 740 horsepower. With carbon fiber construction, it can fly nearly 5 feet above the water and features a new forward cockpit with a joystick, giving captains the experience of flying above the water. Equipped to the highest standards, offering luxury to meet the requirements of the most demanding patrons, the Foiler is available in several different layout options. We come to our final stop. I hope you enjoyed the ride until this point. Before I let you go, why don't we take a gander at one last original gadget that breaks the mold? Traditionally, workboats of our era and before are primarily limited by the exponential fuel consumption to speed ratio. Engines with some heft could dole out more speed at the expense of payload size and much higher fuel usage. That's where advanced aerodynamic vessels, aka A2V, come in. They don't like being confined by industry standards, and so they decided not to be. They are changing the rules as we know them, and we have taken notice. With the present state-of-the-art crew boats, 8 gallons of fuel is burned per 62 miles per passenger, and they travel below 40 knots. With the A2V tech, not only do their craft use only 2.3 gallons per passenger per 62 miles, they are capable of traveling 50 knots, regardless of the size of the vessel. So what is A2V's secret? Well, they have put extensive time and research into aerodynamics. Seems simple enough, but I assure you it's much more complicated than it looks. Of course it is, or we would be seeing these things everywhere. The A2V shuttle is one of their hallmark vessels. You should have already noticed the sleek, curved body of these beautiful boats, and the shuttle is no different. Aside from aesthetics, though, the shuttle is no slouch. It can do the work of 2 of its competitors combined in terms of passenger flow. Because of this, the crew costs are nearly severed in 2. The shuttle is also lightweight, and the faster it accelerates, the less it sinks into the water, reducing friction and increasing speed even further. And with some icing on top, even the maintenance costs are slightly lower than A2V's contemporaries. The fuel costs are nearly half. The cherry on top of it all is that each shuttle is made from 3.5 tons of recycled plastic. Are you starting to catch on? A2V has made significant improvements and has dialed nearly every aspect up to 10, squeezing out as much efficiency as possible. After easily defending the 2021 America's Cup, reigning champions Emirates Team New Zealand set their sights on developing a chase vehicle to help support their leading yacht during competition. With the 2024 Cup being sailed in Barcelona, the team had some time to put the finishing touches on their latest engineering marvel. The Chase Zero is a hybrid catamaran/hydrofoil designed to minimize drag, reduce choppiness, and improve speed through its ingenious design. Measuring 10 meters long, the Chase Zero features 2 80-kilowatt Toyota hydrogen fuel cells, one in each hull. In hydrogen fuel cells, hydrogen gas is passed through a catalyst, which strips the electrons away from the H2 molecules. These electrons not only power the boat, but positively charged H+ ions, combined with oxygen from the air, leaving nothing but pure water to exit the exhaust of the fuel cell. This electricity is then sent to the battery or fed directly into the boat's electric motors. While the hydrogen fuel cells provide most of the power required for propulsion, a pair of 42 kilowatt-hour batteries are used to give a handy instant boost to acceleration. In fact, the fuel cells alone can output 160 kilowatts, for a top speed of about 30 knots. With the batteries engaged, that output can be expanded to 420 kilowatts and a top speed of 50 knots for shorter periods. The fuel cell will then recharge the batteries once excess power is available. However, to reach those higher-end speeds of 50 knots, the Chase Zero needs to turn into its final form, the flying hydrofoil. The Chase Zero rises off the water's surface via autopilot, increasing speed while decreasing resistance. This in turn helps extend the maximum range of the Chase Zero to around 180 kilometers, thanks to 4 onboard hydrogen tanks, 2 in each hull. Each Chase Zero can fit a team of 6 crew, with room for supplies and gear included. But the best part about the Chase Zero Catamaran? No emissions. That's right, a little water vapor out of the exhaust pipe of the Chase Zero is about the limit of pollution that you're putting into the atmosphere. Do you see a future in hydrogen fuel cell technology? Do you think it's our next big energy solution? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, you could help us out by hitting the like button, subscribe, and keep up to date on future posts.